Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Mystic Megan and today we are doing a reading about how to lead your metamorphosis. Oftentimes changes can be really difficult to cope with, and this is going to be a reading about how you can best empower yourself to cope with the current changes you're experiencing. I believe tarot is a very powerful tool to promote self-reflection and raise emotional awareness, and this in turn can help better our relationships and our decision making. My intention is to give you something that's going to empower you to be the best person you can be. So with that, let's head over and pick out our cards for today. Let's have a shuffle and pick out the piles. Alright, first we have Sun for pile number 1. For pile number 2, we have Immerse. For pile number 3, we have Discomfort. Oh no. For pile number 1, we have Sun. For pile number 2, we have Immerse. For pile number 3, we have Discomfort. Pick it whatever card or pile you feel most drawn to. So have a look at these cards and pick whatever card or pile you feel most drawn to. So have a look at these cards and pick out whatever card you feel most drawn to. If you are drawn to more than one, that just means there's more than one message in this reading here for you today. Once you have picked out your cards, click down below for your timestamps. And I'll see you in your reading. Hi there, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading about how to lead your metamorphosis, and you have chosen Sun, source energy. So let's put that there and pick out a couple more cards. We are just going to start with these cards here. So starting with the Sun here, I can see that you are receiving a lot of source energy from the universe. Perhaps you're feeling more motivated, more inspired, and you have a lot more energy to start working towards some of the things that you have been wanting to work towards. And this energy you should really be putting into making some minor adjustments, not big adjustments, but some minor adjustments in your life to start moving forward and making those changes. Changes don't always have to be big ones to start off with. You can always start off with small changes here and there, and as long as they are consistent, then they become something of a big change. So that's what you're really encouraged to do with the third quarter moon here. I feel like you can open yourself up to the universe and receiving the source energy that is coming your way by meditation and other mindfulness practices. With the King of Swords and Justice, I feel like you have a very balanced perspective of your life and the things that you want. You've spent a lot of time thinking and reflecting and learning about yourself, as well as observing the world around you and just kind of taking mental notes. You've spent a lot of time within your own thoughts and deciding what it is you want, and it's this knowledge of yourself and the world around you which will make it easier for you to weigh up and make decisions on what it is you want and need in your life. You believe in yourself and you have the courage to take charge when you need to take charge, but also you have the balancing act of being able to step back and let something else fall away if you need to. With the box here, I feel like maybe a trap of yours is to create a bit of tunnel vision. I can see with the box and the sun, we have two very contrasting shapes. And I feel like a part of your metamorphosis will be changing this way of tunnel vision, because we also have some light in here. So maybe you are not expanding your mind to the possibilities of everything that source and the universe can provide for you. I feel like your metamorphosis is all about opening your mind and allowing yourself to see the magical things, the spiritual things that are happening around you. Perhaps right now you are too logical, and this logic is preventing you from seeing the potential in other places of your life and the potential in different situations that you may not be able to see that are there, but you just can't see because they aren't aligned with your logic. Logic can be something that is a perspective. Somebody else's logic may be a lot different from your logic. What makes sense for you may not make sense to somebody else. So just because it makes sense to you, it doesn't mean the possibility that it makes sense in a different situation or for somebody else, it doesn't mean that doesn't exist. So I feel like you're really encouraged to be open to thinking outside of your own box and invite different ideas of logic and thinking into your life. All right, let's put these ones away and pick out some tarot cards. Okay, first we have the Star. Next we have the Four of Swords. Then we have the Emperor. The Empress. And the Queen of Swords. Let's fix up these cards. Make sure they're fitting in here. Starting in the center of your reading with the Emperor, we can see that you, once again, we have this idea of logic and leadership coming up in your reading. The Emperor is very strategic, he's very logical, and he's always fast moving, and he's always moving forward towards the things that he wants. He's not shy to communicate that to people around him. And if need be, he can take charge of a situation or a group of people. So I feel like you have a lot of leadership abilities in you. However, I can see here in the past that you did have a lot of dreams and aspirations, and that you had a very strong connection with the universe. You can see in this card how she has a rope connecting up to the light in the sky. I feel like there was a time where you were a lot more connected with the universe, connected with source, and connected with your dreams and desires. However, with the Four of Swords, we can see here that there was a little bit of hurt and disappointment that happened at some point. However, with the Four of Swords, we can see here that you have had some hurt and disappointment in relation to your dreams. I'm also receiving the message that maybe these experiences, these spiritual experiences that you had, didn't align with some of the people in your family. You were forced to abandon those thoughts and feelings in order to create a peaceful and supportive home for yourself. And as a result, this part of yourself kind of remains hidden and is in need of healing. With this part of yourself tucked away, you have become the Emperor, which is a logical and strategic person. You have decided to block out a lot of the intuitive messages you get from the universe and from spirit. However, you are being really encouraged to move forward and connect with the universe. Connect with your emotions and be able to believe that you can create things in a way that isn't step by step in a logical, strategic manner. The universe is really here to support you, and it's just believing in that and believing in yourself and believing that things will happen and putting that trust into the universe that will really be the next step in your metamorphosis. So what's really interesting here is that we have two pairs. So we have the Emperor and the Empress, which again, we have the logical side and the emotional side. But we also have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. So your metamorphosis is really focused on finding a balance between your logical side and your emotional side, and finding a way to create that balance and create that trust in yourself and the universe, and be able to receive energy and messages from source, spirit, and your guides. Let's pull out more tarot cards. Okay, next we have the Page of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. With the Page of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, I see with the Page of Wands that you have already made an attempt to move towards these dreams of yours in the past. However, I feel as though maybe the reason why you let those dreams go is that they weren't particularly practical, or they weren't particularly practical for that time, and you were encouraged either by your situation or by the people around you to go for something that is going to be more practical and provide more stability and financial abundance in your life. Often when you start a new business or a new idea from scratch, that's quite a risky thing to do. I definitely feel like you were convinced to abandon these dreams in order to provide that stability for both yourself and maybe your family as well. With the Page of Cups, I can see that the passion is still there for that thing. You still have the passion to create that dream. Even though you're quite sturdy and responsible here with the Emperor, there is a part of you who does want to surrender more for the passions that you have in your life. With the Five of Pentacles, I can definitely see that there is a blockage. There is a blockage in your emotional energy here. You have definitely stopped connecting with the universe in the same way that you used to down here. I feel like this blockage definitely has something to do with your obligations as maybe a provider or your obligations with your family. Not all of us have the opportunity to really pursue the dreams in the way that we want to. And so I feel like there were a lot of obligations that you had that you couldn't do anything about, that you had no control over. And it's these obligations and these situations that have held you back from this connection with the universe and really manifesting those dreams. However, with the Four of Wands, I can see that you are going to find a balance. You are going to find a way to make this work with yourself, your obligations, and everyone around you. And finding that balance, moving away from this controlling King of Swords energy and into the Queen of Swords energy, you still have that logic, that logical side of yourself, and you are still looking for that practical way of creating the things you want. However, you will just be softening yourself just enough to be able to move towards the things that make you happy, as well as creating that stability and meeting the obligations of the people around you. So you are really being encouraged to open yourself up. Open yourself up to more perspectives. Open yourself up to the universe and messages and your intuition. And just really softening and creating that balance between the masculine and feminine energy in order to move towards a secure and peaceful home, secure and peaceful relationships, and as well as obtaining your dreams. Like I mentioned earlier, not all of these adjustments need to be big ones. By making small changes day by day, bit by bit, you will be able to create enough change and movement towards your dreams, as well as supporting the people around you and meeting your obligations. Okay, let's pull a couple of positive affirmation cards so we can really get that positive energy moving. First card, we have your past supports your future. So this is going back here to the Star card. You have some great ideas and your connection with the universe is already there. You have just not been open and aware and looking outside at the logical boxes that you have made for yourself to be able to see it. There's a lot of energy coming to you from the universe, and it's just really about, and all you need to do is open yourself up. Find that balance between a logical side of yourself as well as the emotional body. We also have follow through. So you really need to follow through with making adjustments. Perhaps you have thought about this. Perhaps this is an issue that has kind of raised its head a couple of times, and you have thought about tackling this issue on many occasions, but there has always been that little something that has meant you needed to put it aside and forget about it. So you are really encouraged to just follow through no matter what happens, and if the adjustments are small, it's going to be easier for you to follow through on those. Perhaps you have been making these adjustments into some big thing that has to happen in your life, that you need to turn your whole world upside down, but that is really not the case. The best way to create changes that will stick around is to make them small and everyday and conscious. To be constantly thinking about them is a way of manifesting them. So even if you are thinking about it, you are creating it. Next we have you are living poetry. With this card, I feel like you are encouraged to have a look and recognize the beauty in your life already. Your life is magical, it's happy. I don't see anything that is a major issue in your life. And you are really encouraged to look at that and be grateful and see the beauty in those things. The message from Spirit I'm also getting is that perhaps something to do with writing, perhaps writing a gratitude journal and focusing on those things that are positive in your life will help you keep track of those things, as well as if you keep a journal of your adjustments and your changes, you will be able to keep track of your progress in a way that is more logical and strategic, which is obviously something that is a huge importance to you. Perhaps you are constantly forgetting about all of the great things that you are already doing, and because of this, you don't see yourself as making any progress whatsoever. By keeping a gratitude journal, by writing things down, but by looking at the things around you and finding all of the positive things and writing them down and keeping a gratitude journal, then you will be able to appreciate yourself a lot more and appreciate the things that you are creating. Anyway, pile number 1, that is all of the messages I have in this reading for you here today. If you enjoyed this reading, make sure you like and subscribe. If you feel drawn to having your own personal reading, please leave a comment down below. If you are interested in having your own free personal reading, please leave a comment down below. And I'll see you next time. Hi there, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. This is your reading about how to lead your metamorphosis, and you have chosen Cancer with Immerse. All right, let's pull some more cards. With the Cancer here and immerse, we can see that you are currently very immersed in some sort of feelings. The crab is representative of an animal who can move between two worlds. They can live on land as well as in the water. And so they are creatures that are very flexible and malleable and can survive in a lot of different conditions. And I see this as well with the shapeshifter. With a shapeshifter, I very much see you as a person who can change your perspective and change your stance on something depending on the situation and the people that you're with. I do get the feeling though that perhaps there is somebody who has taken advantage of that and has overstepped some of your boundaries, and that is why you're currently in this tough cycle. At some point along the line, you stepped away from something, or you allowed some extra space for somebody or something, and they have completely stepped in and used that as an excuse to behave badly. I feel like generally you have a lot of very supportive people in your life. However, this person has really taken advantage of your openness, and now you are left with a tough decision. I feel like this situation is a situation that you perhaps have never been in before. You're a little unsure on how to approach this situation and make this decision, as well as communicate it to this person. With the Six of Pentacles, I can see that in the past, you've had a lot of relationships that have been extremely respectful, given and taken in complete and utter balance. Been a lot of communication and discussion with all of the people around you, and you've been able to work through problems and issues together in a peaceful manner. And this particular situation you're currently in is something that you just haven't really experienced before, that somebody is so stubborn and who refuses to cooperate and is forcing you into a corner to make choices. All right, let's pull out some tarot cards. First we have the Page of Cups. Then we have the Five of Wands. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Then we have the Devil. And last we have the Three of Cups. Here with the Page of Cups, I can see that you are very intuitive, emotionally aware, and you have a pretty good connection with the universe. I feel like you are very open to messages as well as learning. You're very open to being receiving to other people and immersing yourself in their perspectives, and you are able to move between the worlds. However, with the Five of Wands, we can definitely see a conflict here. And this conflict has really forced this choice on you. With the Ten of Pentacles, I can also see that you come from a very secure family. You have quite secure relationships that have been around for quite a long time. And we can see that here as well with the Six of Pentacles. We can see that we have a nice secure community of people who have really taken each other into consideration and listened to each other and have supported each other. However, with the Devil here, this conflict has definitely caused some sort of turmoil, and you are starting to doubt yourself a little bit. And this conflict is starting to take a toll on you that you didn't expect. However, universe is here to assure you that this cycle is coming to an end and that you will have some secure connections with the people around you. Even if you have to let go of this particular relationship, you still have a whole community of people who love and support you. The loss of this one person from this one situation is not going to cause your community to fall apart. They are already there, they are already around you to support you, and you will only have a stronger, more secure community by moving away from this tough cycle and really embracing them. All right, let's pull out some tarot cards. Okay, first we have the Ace of Wands. Then we have the Six of Pentacles again. The Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Five of Wands. All right, we have a couple recurring cards here. So we have the Six of Pentacles twice, which is really reassuring you that you do have these secure, loving relationships, even though maybe right now you feel like you are maybe on your own a bit more and you're kind of in the clouds and you're in the darkness. I feel like there's a bit of a fog going on, and you really don't need to worry too much about that because you are very connected to the people around you. We also have the Five of Wands twice. And what is particularly interesting is this Five of Wands moving up. The direction of the people is moving up to the Three of Cups here. So what you are really working towards is that community, to form that community with all of the loving people that surround you. And I do feel like that this conflict is maybe creating a lot of self-doubt within yourself about whether this particular relationship is actually going to be one of those supportive relationships for you. Perhaps you're seeing a couple red flags in it. Maybe this is not even a conflict that is happening now. Maybe this is a conflict that is happening with yourself, and you are seeing a few red flags which are making you doubt this relationship and making you think that you have to choose between this relationship and all of your other relationships. However, with the Two of Cups underneath the Devil, I do feel like this is a reassuring message that this is just your insecurities, and this is not something that you really need to worry about, because this particular partnership, this particular connection is something that is actually a really nice balancing relationship for you. And that oftentimes when we do have relationships, relationships are opportunities for us to learn and grow about ourselves, and maybe it's just that this particular relationship is triggering some old thoughts and feelings about some insecurities that we've had from experiences in the past. And because of this, we are starting to doubt ourselves and doubt this relationship. But I do feel like this is not necessarily, that these self-doubts are not necessarily true. And perhaps what you need to do is just take a little space for yourself and reflect on what is happening around you, and kind of sit and bring some awareness to these thoughts and feelings. I feel like with this lady here, she's not necessarily meditating, but she's definitely sitting there experiencing what it is. She's definitely sitting there immersed in her feelings and experiencing her emotions. With the Ace of Wands here too, I can see that there's going to be a change of perspective and some new ideas, that actually this is an opportunity to bring new things into your life. And even though it may be a bit of a challenge here with the Five of Wands, that ultimately this is an opportunity for you to change and shift your way of thinking and your ability to move between the worlds and between different parts of your life and different relationships and different situations. This is your opportunity to learn how to adapt and change to these different situations. So your general message is that whatever fears you are currently experiencing right now, take them as an opportunity to learn. This is going to change your perspective and give you an opportunity to grow and reach your goals of having these peaceful relationships. You have a lot of support around you right now, and any negative emotions that you are experiencing, you're being encouraged to really sit with them and experience with them. But ultimately, this cycle is coming to an end, and you are surrounded with a lot of supportive people who are going to help take care of you. Alright, last of all, I am going to pull some cards for your final messages. These are positive affirmation cards, and I really want to just give you some positive energy moving forward. First, we have overthinking can spoil the magic. I feel like with this card, you are encouraged to not think too much about your emotions. What I'm seeing with the Queen of Pentacles is that she is just sitting with her emotions, sitting with the situation, and she's not acting on it. She is not overthinking it. She is just there. Be present with yourself, be present with your emotions, and it's only through working through that experience that you will be able to put whatever you need into action. She's not in a hurry. She's not in a hurry to change things. She's not in a hurry to move forward and force the situation. She is just waiting and allowing for things to happen in due time when they are ready. Next, we have choose who you are becoming. So you have a choice here. We also have a choice here. So it seems like you have the choice to move through this situation and move through these emotions and to a more positive place, or you can choose to avoid this situation and move away from it and then possibly perpetuate these same experiences again in your next relationship. This is an opportunity to learn. This is an opportunity to grow. So you are really encouraged to be making the right choices, to not only be present, but be thoughtful about how you are reacting to these situations, and make sure you are choosing your reactions, choosing the reactions that are going to help you attain the relationships that you really want. Last, we have your past supports your future. So everything that has happened in your past, all of the conflicts and the insecurities that you have that are happening, this is a part of your past. And these are lessons that you've already learned. It's going to be helpful for you to look at those situations and ask yourself, where are these insecurities coming from? At what point did I start feeling like this? What kind of relationship was that? What kind of situation was that? And why is this now a triggering thing for me? There are lessons in the past that you can reflect on and you can learn about, and this is going to help you move forward. Anyway, pile number 2, thank you for being here today. I really enjoyed connecting with your energy. That is all the messages I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe. And if you feel drawn to having your own free private reading, please leave a comment down below. And I'll see you next time. Hey there, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. This is your reading about how to lead your metamorphosis, and you have selected discomfort. Alright, let's have a quick look at some cards. First we have the Orphan. Then we have time to give rather than take. The Wheel of Fortune, and the Two of Cups. We're going to start here with the Discomfort card. I can see here with all of these stairs and spiral staircases that you are probably a little bit uncomfortable with some of the decisions that you have in regards to choices or a path that you need to embark on. Perhaps perhaps whatever the choice, you will be moving up in the world. However, you're not entirely sure of which path is correct for you. And perhaps you're actually looking for a more direct way, a way that doesn't involve having to spiral around this staircase and decide on multiple occasions which direction you should take. But in this moment, you are really encouraged to give rather than take. So maybe it's not about your direction, it's about helping other people find a direction in their lives. How can you support them? And by supporting them, you can also find direction by being open to supporting them and learning what other people find supportive and helpful. You will in turn learn different ways in order to support yourself as well as make the correct decisions. This may be a little bit of a tangent, but I am a teacher, and every year I get new students. I don't walk in the room and say, I'm a teacher, you do what I say. I'm your teacher, and I want you to show me how you want to be taught. I want you to tell me how you want to learn. And I adapt and I change everything that I do in order to accommodate for my students, because every year they are different. Every year they have different abilities, personalities, and even though right now you might be overwhelmed by all of these choices, actually having all of these choices is a really great thing, and it means that you are very dynamic and able to adapt to different situations and circumstances. And that just means that when there are unexpected events and happenings in your life, that you are ready to move and change accordingly to accommodate for those things. Society does seem to value straight and direct paths to your destination, but there is always a really great opportunity for enjoyment and learning and adventure by being able to change paths quickly, by being able to assess and judge the situation and make the best of everything that you have in this moment. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people really value that in you, and maybe you don't see it right now, but you create a lot of stability for people, and a lot of people are very inspired by your ability to change and move and adapt for each and every person and for each and every situation. And this really provides an opportunity for you to help people. There is no reason to isolate yourself from people just because you have a different way of seeing the world and a different way of caring for yourself and your family. Perhaps you are reacting to situations that are a little bit different from other people, but this is actually a really great thing because it encourages them. It creates positive, constructive, and supportive environment for them to express themselves. And I feel like you are a very balancing energy in a lot of lives. All right, let's pull out some more cards. All right, first we have the 8 of Wands. Then we have the 8 of Pentacles. The 7 of Wands. The Ace of Wands. And the 3 of Wands. Let's just move that around so we can fit those cards in nicely. First of all, we have a lot of wands in your reading. In fact, all of them are wands except for this pentacles here, but I will go on to explain that in a moment. Your reading today is really focused on action and doing things and bringing things into your life. And we see that here with the 8 of Wands. I feel like you're perhaps getting a little bit overwhelmed by choices and you're thinking too much about it. This card is really encouraging you to just take the action that you need to take. If you are stuck at a crossroads, if you have multiple choices on which way to go, just pick one. Just pick one and go for it, especially when both of them are quite good options. Obviously, if there's a clear red flag or if there's something that you really don't like about something, then don't go for it. But you are being encouraged to really just take an opportunity to move forward and create some action in your life to move towards the things that you truly want. And with the 8 of Pentacles here, I see that you are going to be working towards mastering something. Perhaps this has to do with your work or even a community that you are involved with, but you are actively bringing skills into that community and expanding on your skills in order to help and benefit people. And with the 7 of Wands here, you are encouraged to really center yourself and think about what it is, what skills can you bring to the people around you, to your community? What kind of safe space can you create for these people? And it's through this centering and reflecting upon yourself and upon your skills and understanding how your skills can benefit others, you will receive some positive inspiration and ideas with the Ace of Wands. This Ace of Wands will inspire you and motivate you to move towards perhaps this idea of something that you've had for quite a long time. I feel like you have been really confused in the past and have had a lot of trouble kind of deciding and focusing on that one thing. And it's through helping and guiding people, you will create more clarity for yourself about what it is your strengths are. I feel like you are a little bit confused and a little bit unsure what your strengths are, of what your skills are, and how you can apply that to your life. And we really see that this will come together for you with the 3 of Wands. There will be a merging and a coming together of various things with the 3 of Wands. Really provides an opportunity for you to put into motion the things that you really want and start moving towards your goals and your dreams. All right, let's pull our next cards. First, we have the Knight of Swords, the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune again, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. Wow. All right, first of all, we have the Wheel of Fortune twice. So this is really telling me whatever it is you are working towards, you are moving towards, that is a part of your destiny. That is a part of your future. And perhaps you are actually having some resistance to this particular thing because maybe it is causing a bit of isolation and as well as confusion. We can see here with the Sun that you really love what it is you're doing. You have a lot of passion and you have a lot of joy that is driving this work, that is really driving you towards bettering these skills. And with the Knight of Swords underneath the Eight of Wands, I can see that you're really be encouraged to take action. The Eight of Wands means quick action. The Knight of Swords also means quick action. These are essentially two cards that are mirroring the same message. With the Wheel of Fortune under the Seven of Wands, I can see that you are going to receive messages from the universe. You are going to know when it is you need to make your move. And that there will be an unexpected opportunity coming up that, unless you are grounded and focused and aware of your surroundings, and if you're not paying attention to what is happening in the world around you, you will miss this opportunity. You will let it walk right past you. You need to make sure you are grounding yourself. You are doing some visualization and even just imagining how this may manifest, because my message from Spirit is that you are encouraged to use this, to use your thoughts in order to help this manifest and help yourself be aware of the opportunities that may arise for you in the future. With the Seven of Pentacles underneath the Ace of Wands, we can see that whatever you're moving towards will be quite a lot of hard work. It will be consistent work, and it will be building a solid foundation, not just for yourself, but the people around you. I feel like you're really encouraged to start collecting the things that are going to help you. So whether that is skills and doing a course and studying and becoming more knowledgeable and skillful in the things that you want to achieve, whether it's people, relationships, networking, communication, whether it's gear, maybe you need to buy new things, maybe you need to buy new gear in order to create the things you want to create. But you are being encouraged right now to start collecting those things and putting them around you, because this will help you manifest it. This will help motivate you, and it will create the coming together of things with the Three of Wands. And doing this will just help everything come together and help you be ready for that moment when that opportunity does arise. With the Knight of Wands, we see some very consistent hard work. We are seeing a lot of consistent hard work all throughout your reading. This particular card is really indicating that it is going to be a very rewarding and bring a lot of benefits and security to you that perhaps you didn't even realize would come from this particular situation. Really, the message from the Three of Wands and the Knight of Wands, this is talking about consistent hard work and being able to create solid partnerships and a solid foundation on what it is you want to grow, what it is you want to expand on, and what it is you want to create. This is going to be a long-term growth for you. It's not going to be a quick thing that will be over soon. What it is you are embarking on right now is going to be something that will help you and benefit you in the future. Okay, I am just going to pull some last oracle cards for our final messages. First we have move beyond intention to belief. This is completely mirroring a lot of the messages you have here. There is a lot of stuff that you are passionate about, and perhaps you've never really believed that these things will manifest. But with the Wheel of Fortune twice in your reading, this is your encouragement. This is your validation that all you need to do is believe. You need to believe in your ability to create this and put it into action. Next card is shift your way to new potential. Once again, it's shifting, it's moving, it's obtaining the skills that you need to obtain. It's collecting the things that you need to make yourself successful. The shift isn't just a mental shift, it's also a physical shift. You need to place yourself in the right places at the right time in order to be able to receive these opportunities, and you need to have everything available for you for when you need to make that quick and fast actions towards your goal. Last card is changes. Whatever change whatever changes are being made now, they are going to be long term, they are going to be consistent, and they are going to provide a lot of security for you and your family and the people around you. These changes will be positive and constructive, and they will really help you. You need to be able to change your mindset to believing, and you need to be able to change your mindset to be open to receiving universal energy and universal intention, and move past this discomfort you're currently experiencing with this situation, and really put into practice this belief in yourself, belief in the universe. The universe is aligning things for you. The universe will be providing for you. The universe will be giving you everything you need. And because of that, there is absolutely no reason to be taking from anybody. Alright, pile 3, that is all of the messages I have here for you today. I really enjoyed connecting with your energy. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And if you're feeling drawn to having a free private reading, please leave a comment down below. That's all for today, and I'll see you next time.